Monticello and Jasper County, and yet you can't pay taxes both places. You can't take that away from me.
I'm working on it.
I know you are. I hope I don't move on before that.
I hope you don't either.
But what I'm here, I look. Your comment that got me up was the city policing, which I feel that the county should never have provided the same level as the city was providing, because the county is not a city government. And it appears you've gone ahead and done that. You've taken the same number of people, and I really don't think that is a real need. And you put it in the budget and wrap it in holy cloth and say we had to do that. The cars, I've heard that there's a more cost-efficient method of operating a police vehicle force than this allow them to take it home. And it would probably cost us less if we didn't. So these are things when you say that, oh, everyone who criticizes you live on a state road. There was also a large number of the people in this county that moved to the county because it was rural and moved onto a dirt road. And with no indication that it was going to be paved or that. I think we would do much better in reducing the size of our public works, getting a good contracting officer or a good county road engineer, and go into the bidding out all road work on paved roads. We could save our money right now by not buying the emulsion thing. And then apply the remaining public works people to just maintaining the dirt roads, where they, hopefully, can do that. But in the almost 18 years I've lived here, this county has never had good dirt roads, because the employees do not appear to have the ability to pull the ditches and put the gravel on. We know they can't do the other part, the paved roads, because we've tried that before and it failed, and it was a board before yours. That's the reason we had the emulsion tank sitting there, because they bought all the equipment and they did it for 1 year, and then all of a sudden they lost interest, or they got a new public works director who had another idea of how things should be done. So I think you ought to look back at history, and we know we're a poor county. Again, when people moved into here, they knew Jasper was a poor county, and we're still a poor county. As you say, well, these other counties have a larger population given. But that doesn't mean we have to provide the same services they are. It's just certain people have this idea that Jasper is going to be the next tourist mecca. I don't know. Though I do see one bright light is what's going on out at the Saxa Suds. They have really seemed to be, every day I've gone by there on the weekend, had a drink, and I give them kudos. But I think we got to remember where we're at, and we're not Newton, we're not any of the other surrounding counties. We are in the rural area and the poor county. And to say, well, the reason our rate's up is higher because you people don't pay enough taxes when you compare to the other counties, or pay more taxes. Give some thought to it. You know, you have a fiduciary responsibility to be, and that just doesn't means means to spend the money the best way you have. It doesn't mean saying, well, every time we want something else, we're going to go out and increase our taxes on the people. I think you ought to think about it. Your stewardship may not be the best thing in the world just to go out and meet every requirement is given to you. Think on it and dwell and see whether it's really right to go into the curbside and take $200,000, which prior boards have always said was where they were going to try to get the money to close the landfill, and take money that may be needed for that now. And I would think the budget should be, take that increase out, and if you are right that it isn't needed for closing or the landfill to move the fiber, then you could, since you would still have the actual dollars, you could still apply it to whatever need you think is such an urgent nature that you have to go ahead and take money above and beyond what's coming in from the taxes. Think about that over the next, week and a half until you vote again, and see whether it doesn't make more sense not to go in and rob what little money that may be free in our system, when the money is still going to be there after you decide and find out what the landfill is going to require. And if it isn't required, then there's perfectly source for the money that you want to do. Because you can always move it out of the reserves in the landfill. I mean, not the landfill, in the curbside. Why you had to move it right now, just so you don't have to address some of these other cuts. The simple thing would be to do is either, and you not want to hurt the sheriff's office operation, is look at their public works. If everything comes through and the money's still available next year, then you can apply it to the public works. But I don't think it should be moved as a ground so you don't have to make cuts. And I thank you for your time.